Okay, Beth.
Oh, sorry, I was doing a heart when you said okay.
Okay, Beth. The all-in-one loan sounds too good to be true. So what's the catch?
I hear that all the time. And like I kind of mentioned before, it's not for everybody. This is only for people who are good with their money, that have good spending habits, that know, and they know how to save. And the rate is adjustable, and it is higher. The interest rate itself is higher than a standard conventional loan, unless you were to buy it down. But the interest cost is less, and that's the important thing to notice. A perfect example is kind of like if you were to do a 10-year loan on an 8% rate, you're still going to pay less interest than if you were to do a 6% loan on 30 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Because going back to that equation, you are lowering the time and the principal. And it does take discipline, because whenever you get paid, like if someone's paid on the 15th, let's say they make $10,000, the night of the 15th, that money is swept out and it's put directly towards the principal. So it looks like all of a sudden you have no money.
Right.
But your line of credit just opened up by, $10,000. And so you can still pay your bills, do everything you need to do, but then the money that's left over, or, let's say if you get paid on the 15th, but you don't need to make a car payment till the 20th, that money's going to sit on your principal balance. And so the catch is really that this loan isn't for everybody. It's for people who are very good with their money, probably more established in life. Not that a first-time home buyer can't do it, but we usually see, someone who's refinancing into this if they've purchased before, they've got a great job, savings, things like that. And, understanding that it's just completely different than a traditional loan.
Yeah. Well, Beth, why not just do a low interest loan and pay an extra month, like traditionally how we've always been?
Right. And people ask that all the time. The last stat I heard is like about 1% of people actually pay extra towards their principal, and pay it consistently. And so that's the whole thing, is like, okay, well, are you doing that now? And when I do the all-in-one simulator, because if you do go to allinOneLoan.com, there is a simulator there where you can put in your income. Because people pay their bills at different times and the amount of money they make, they still end up paying their house off sooner and paying less interest because of the way this is set up with calculating the interest daily.
Can you give us an example of, because normally, traditionally it's 30 years to pay the house off. So if I go out and I get this all-in-one loan, how many years am I saving here? Can you give an example?
It's all different with every person. Now, the all-in-one loan is based off 30 years. So after year 10, every year the credit line will go down a little bit. So at 30 years, it has to be closed. But we've never had anybody keep it that long because they're able to pay their house off sooner. But it all depends on your income, the loan amount you're doing, and if you leverage it for other things. Kind of like, why not just do the interest? Well, the difference is you also have access to your equity whenever you need it. And so if you need to buy a car, instead of doing another loan, just put in your all-in-one loan, and then that car payment you would have made, you're just putting towards your principal to pay it back down a lot sooner. Another group that loves this loan are investors.
Oh, yeah.
The first all-in-one loan I ever did here in Chattanooga was a young couple. They were buying their first investment property, and they bought it with the all-in-one loan, and they're going to put all the rent payments in it, and then pay it down. And we actually figured out, like, if they were to put an extra $1,000 into it a month, they would have the house paid off in like 4 years.
Wow.
And then take that property, pull the money out to buy another property to fix up, and then rent out, and keep putting the rent payments into that original all-in-one account, again, rinse and repeat with the investment. So it's a great program for investors as well, especially those who already have 10 properties and can't get another conventional loan.